is on. Jesus. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm laughing from the comments I was looking at already on the Facebook. Welcome to another edition of Lunch Break, the show that brings you the many foods you can make during your break at lunch. Also, this is still quarantine edition, so you know most of the stuff you can and can't do at work. So I'm just letting you know now. But if you can tweak it to the point where you can take it home, you can do it. So I'm just gonna set you down here, and then I'll let you know later, James. By the way, James and Andrea are on. I'm over here too. James. I forgot to press the live button for Instagram. But yeah, so I'll show you later the rig that I created, James later, to maintain the coolness of the camera. Hopefully, and it doesn't get disconnected today. I just had to raise the camera from Instagram because they were looking at my chest. But yes, thank you everybody as always for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, also, you know, giving credit to your graphic right there that you created. Can't say the name because, you know, not but definitely cool. And thank you everybody for joining us on Lunch Break today. I know it's crazy and it looks bad outside, but hey, listen. Stay home. You guys didn't see that. Stay home. That was a handkerchief, by the way. For my glasses that, you know, there's no, that's fine. But yeah, stay home and stay good. Stay well, and hopefully, you know, everybody's maintaining and doing good. Thank you once again for joining us on Lunch Break and keeping us alive. You guys are the greatest support. And, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. You guys are having your own little private conversation over here. Come on, man. Do some stuff for me too, please. You say, just but thank you everybody once again, and don't forget to visit us on IMDb. Look up the word Lunch Break as the title of our TV show, and you know, share the love to the world, to everybody. Like, comment, and listen. Make us out there, put us out there, shout it to the world, tell everybody you love Lunch Break. And also, don't forget to say, if you've done any of the recipe, please send them in to me, video-wise, picture-wise. I'll put it on the edited version and give you credit and give you a shout-out on the next episode and next video, because I will do that, literally. And yo, just do it, okay? Don't forget to visit our social media, Christian Night without the A, CRISTIANKNIGHT. All social medias, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, everywhere. I got them all, I think, and Gmail. So please, people, please let us know if you've done anything, and send us anything you've done, or even send us suggestions if you have them. Okay, so do that. What's going on here? What are we making, Mr. Talking? That was from my trick. Alright, so on today's episode, we are going to be making dirty rice. Sounds kind of messed up, right? Dirty rice. Dirty rice. We put like an inversion, like slow. Dirty rice. Yeah. Okay, enough of that. But yeah, so we're gonna be making dirty rice today. And dirty rice, knowledge drop. Right here, knowledge drop. I'm not gonna put that big square thing. Knowledge based in it. Knowledge drop, boom. So, dirty rice apparently is a traditional Louisiana Creole dish that was made from white rice, which gets dirty, or gets the name dirty, dirty color, from being cooked with small pieces of pork, beef, or chicken. And then they add in green bell pepper, celery, onions. They also spice it with black pepper and cayenne. But basically, at the end of it, when they make the meal, they use either whole or dry parsley, or chopped green onions as a common garnish for it. So, see, there's a reason. There's always something to my madness. That's why I garnish everything with parsley at the end. See, I'm on the same level. But also, in the olden days, dirty rice was also referred to in the beginning as a poor man's family cooking, only due to the byproduct of the South Louisiana abundant rice crops, because they used to make rice like crazy down in Louisiana, down south. And then, you know, other countries took it upon themselves, and it can be found in areas of America's South, and is actually referred to as either chicken and rice or rice dressing. Rice dressing. I'm thinking rice dressing. Like, I'm thinking like dressing that you put on a salad. But yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue. TVPG. That was from James. Andrea said, "Where's the wife, and why can't Doobie call in?" Listen, I've been trying to get Doobie to somehow like be digital somewhere behind me. We gotta figure that out, because I gotta get like a tablet and just put them on a stand and do like those mechanical AIs and just move them around, you know, so you can see the head and the body's like a stick. The wife is, I don't know where the wife is. You shall see. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be doing dirty rice. She usually comes in halfway. That was James. But yeah, so thank you everybody for joining in. Hey, what up, Jay? How you doing? Long time no see. What's up? So yes, thank you everybody for joining in to watch our lunch break show, where we're gonna be doing, if you're just tuning in, dirty rice. We're gonna be doing dirty rice, okay? Nice and dirty. Okay, that's not bad. I know it's PG-13, man. Andrea just said we need like a flat Stanley version of Doobie. Oh shit! Listen, don't make me do that. I'll do that. Okay, I will do that. I told them to get an iPad with Doobie on it. Hey, John, what up? Yes, I'm gonna do that. Trust me. See, you're putting the idea in my head, and you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to end up doing it. Okay? I'm gonna have to end up doing it. So, without further ado, the ingredients that this calls for, which I'm gonna read out to you, so this way you can grab a pen. Grab a pen, so this way you can start getting these ingredients. Now, mind you, dirty rice can either be done, as I said before, with either pork, beef, or chicken. It's all tailored up to you. You hear that? You hear something? Jonna said, yes, bring Doobie back. Listen, I'm gonna try to get him on somehow. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to figure it out. And like James said, I need like a tablet that I can put on a stand or something. Oh look,
Marcus,
it's
nobody
the wife.
likes me?
No, they were talking about you before.
I feel some type of way.
No, Andrea was saying, "Where's the wife?" Look. She was saying, "Where's the wife?" Oh, wait, what happened? It's getting all blurry now. You can't see it. But Andrea was asking where you were. James was saying that you come in normally halfway, but look, now she's not halfway. She's actually on. And everybody on Instagram can see you too. After you, a little piece of you. So yeah, so basically, dirty rice can be done either with ground beef. See, you're talking about me, guys, right? Ground beef, chicken, or beef.
You just said that.
I did say that twice, but I said pork. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Pork, beef, and chicken, or chicken. The other thing you're gonna need is onions. So you're gonna need a minced onion. You're gonna need a minced bell pepper or diced bell pepper, actually, because we don't do minced bell pepper. Yeah. 3 garlic cloves, minced. 2 tablespoons of cayenne seasoning, half a teaspoon of salt, which you can omit if you want.
And a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Hey! Oh God, we're 80s babies. Oh, that's bad.
Andrea said, dirty Diana. Hey, there she is, see? Told you Andrea wanted you on. She's looking for you. You need a tablespoon of black pepper. You need 1 tablespoon of dried chives seasoning, 1 teaspoon of paprika, the white rice, which you could use any type of rice if you want, really. And then, of course, like I said before, the dried parsley for garnish.
I do cauliflower.
Oh, see?
Really good and low carb.
Now, if you do cauliflower rice, will it still be considered dirty rice?
Yeah, because it's cauliflower rice.
I guess so.
Yeah. It's called a mock rice, which is not rice. It's
It's
rice
just cauliflower.
vegetables. No, it's riced vegetables. That's why it gets the name cauliflower rice or broccoli rice. It's riced, R-I-C-E-D. Did I spell that right? R-I-C-E-D.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, rice.
We're having a spelling bee
Rice?
here. R-I-C-E-D vegetables.
Yeah, 'cause
that's why
rice
it's
is
called
R-I-C, right?
right. So that's why it's called rice, cauliflower rice. I particularly like it. It's
There you go.
way healthier and ate so much of it. So, like, I've gotten actually to the point where being a Latina, and a European person, you'd be surprised.
Listen, we found the one where it had cauliflower and sweet potato. Remember that one?
Yeah, it's cauliflowers and sweet potatoes, diced up and riced. The only thing with that one is with the cauliflower is a little bit different. Like the sweet potato is much softer. So I don't know if you would like that particular type of thing. With that one, I would actually stir fry it, where it have like a little bit of oil. But being a Hispanic and European person, carbs are at the center of my particular culinary diet.
I don't know about mine.
Oh my god. So it's very difficult. Well, I used to think it was difficult to cook low carb, especially being Hispanic and European. But as I've learned for the past 4 years, that it's actually not that hard. You just have to be willing to kind of like modify certain things, but not everything. So you kind of omit certain things to make it a little bit healthier, which
True.
I will tell you, I've been on a quest for the past, like I said, maybe about 3 of those 4 years, looking for different cookbooks that are keto or dirty keto, and you will be surprised. There's a lot of cookbooks out there, so check it out, guys. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more,
DM her.
Yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit more, like low carb. Yeah, right here. Look, right here. I feel you should not have to sacrifice taste just because you want to be healthy at all. And a lot of people think, oh, I gotta take all this stuff out, it's gonna taste like crap. No, it's just you gotta know how to kind of like put the things together and just kind of like tweak it a little bit. So
yeah, sure. Because listen, you gotta tweak it and do it for yourself anyway.
But
so
that's what cooking is all about.
Yeah.
Like that's how we've all throughout the world have learned how to cook different things, because we take our own spin or our own take on different recipes. Like the Italians took things from the Asians. The Asians took things from the Indians. The Indians took things from everybody. Exactly. And that's what happened when we were exchanging. And do this history little thing here. If you look throughout the spice, like when they were trading spices, that's how different spices from India, China, and everywhere else came to the United States.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. The whole point of that is the fact that we got certain spices here because we were trading spices. It was called bartering. So you would barter, okay, well, I have this particular thing of pepper, and you have this particular thing of salt. I'll barter with you half and half. So that's where it came about. So it's a beautiful thing. I really love it.
So Jonna said, get started, Antonio. Oh, hey, don't say that name. I'm gonna do my cook. Wait, I'm gonna try to cook with you. What?
Let's go.
We should bring you on the line.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
I like the consistency of when it starts actually cooking since being in quarantine. Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is hand me the pot. I'm gonna turn on the heat. Get some heat in this place. PG-13, right?
Turn to the small side. Never place it.
No, I don't think so. For a reason. It gets hotter on the other side.
Okay, but that's why it's more at the bottom. Make it to, if you cook it with the larger side, what happens is the side of the pot burns. I don't want you to burn the pot. There you go.
Because the thing is, I bring it this way. That's why sometimes I don't have it there. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna put some oil in there because the first thing we're gonna put in here is the onions and the green pepper, so they can cook at least for a minute or two. And then we're gonna add in the minced garlic in there as well. Let that simmer and cook at the same time. And then we're gonna start adding our ground beef into it.
Guys, really quick, what you'll notice is when you're pan searing specifically peppers and onions, they have their own moisture in it, so you're gonna notice like a little bit of a separation between the oil and the vegetables, and that's because the natural water that's in these vegetables actually come out once you heat them up.
Easy to pour by. I'm gonna let that heat up a little bit. Miss, pass me the onions. That's right there. Yep. And then I'll take this spatula. I love using the spatula, by the way. I don't know why. I got so used to like using this more than anything else. For some reason. No, I like it because it's. I like the small one. Just saying. Stop. PG-13. Wait, no. Jane said PG. Was TV PG? That's what you said before.
I didn't say anything. All I did was just. By the way, guys, if you'll notice, I apologize for my look. on my face. This is the look of an essential worker wearing a mask for 12 hours a day and sweating. So if anybody has any recommendations, and I've never had this problem before. I never had oily skin. As a matter of fact, growing up, I had skin that was kind of, I never did. For some reason, since this whole pandemic's been going on, specifically around the area where the mask goes,
Hey, Julie!
I am having a serious acne issue. Okay, I think I'm going back in time where I'm going back. Well, even then, I didn't even have, when I was a kid, I didn't have acne like that. The only time I had an issue was usually around my jawline. But if anybody here has any natural remedies on acne treatment, please direct message me because your girl is suffering right now. She's suffering bad. Like, it's painful at this point. Even like Chris looks at me, he's like, yo, that looks kind of looks like it hurts a little bit. I'm like, yeah.
It does.
I mean, it's red and inflamed, but okay, I've been like washing my face, but I'm not dirty, guys. Not like the rice.
Oh, I'm sorry, people trying to watch. Pass me the green peppers.
Cook a little. I don't know, something
Well,
about
it's gonna cook. See,
I like onions getting a little bit more.
Well, they're gonna turn clear because white onions turns clear. So that's the first thing we're gonna. So we're gonna just start mixing this in now. Make sure you get all the nooks and crannies.
By the way, if you're cooking with us now while we're on live, what I want you guys to do is once we're done and the live is done and you've done your plate, take a picture of it and just direct message us to us, or post it up on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, as one of my famous favorite comedians says, your mother's uncle, whatever. You gotta look at this. Hilarious. This is the guy who says, yo, anybody want coffee? You know what I'm talking about? The angry guy? So we're also on TikTok also. So use the hashtag Lunchbreak, one word, no breaks, and then you can tag CK. You can even tag myself in it. I'm at the New York Sleep Diva, if I'm not mistaken, on TikTok, on Instagram, and all that other stuff. Chris will put my stuff right down below over here.
And I want to see what you're creating, Jonna. I want to see that.
Yeah, like definitely post it up. We like to see these things because at the end of the day, it shows that what Chris is doing inspires others, and
you guys inspire me to do this.
Absolutely. So post it up once we're done, because you should be done around the same time that we are, probably a little bit faster.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly, but yeah, definitely post it up on social media and hit us up.
If you look at this real quick, it looks like cauliflower rice.
Well, sort of, kind of, because it's starting to become a little transparent. Yeah, the onions.
Hey, we haven't even put nothing in this yet.
See, these are diced onions, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably do minced onions. Minced onions would be much finer.
Yeah, because it's almost like the what is it? Not green. What's the other word that's used for that? It's like little tiny squares.
Got me on that
rice?
one, buddy.
Is it rice?
Got me on that one, buddy.
Because that's what I think of cauliflower rice.
Mario said.
Hey, Mario, what up? Jay says smells delicious.
For your face, when you feel you're getting a little sweaty
or oily,
witch hazel. You know what's so funny, great. Mario, that you mentioned that? My sister Annie. By the way, hey Annie, how you doing?
That's what I wanted to
wait, before we get there. So, hey Annie. My sister Annie, actually, which we used to when we were younger, I never listened to it because my grandmother used to say the same thing. And my great-grandmother, abuelita, God rest her soul, abuela.
Which, by the way, this episode is dedicated to the passing of our grandfather that is...
Last week.
Sorry, I can't
do much. Pops, we love you, Pops. Just totally off my step for a second. Alright, so no, anyway, the witch hazel situation. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, always said to clean your face with witch hazel, not alcohol. There's a difference between witch hazel and alcohol.
Didn't you always use witch hazel for mental illness?
Yeah, you can use witch hazel on dogs also when they have like an itchy ear. But definitely, without a doubt, Mario, I am going to go this weekend. Do you hear me, buddy?
Wait, what did she say? It's a grade
astringent. I can never say that word right. Astringent. So it's basically a good cleanser for the face. It's non-abrasive. So while Chris is cooking this situation, which by the way, guys, you got to see what's going on here right now.
Andrea said, "Rip to Grandpa Low."
Aw, thanks.
And Jonna said, "Hey, what's in the pot now?" And I added the onions and the garlic. What's the green stuff? Oh, it's the
peppers.
Green bell peppers.
Green peppers, Jonna. So
that's gonna miss the garlic.
So now we're adding in the garlic. The witch hazel is a really good astringent. It doesn't break down the skin. It doesn't dry the skin out. That's the difference between alcohol and witch hazel.
Yes.
So, yes, Mario, we will definitely be trying that this weekend.
At the current moment, if you guys started cooking with us, you should see that your onions are turning clear. The green peppers have gotten more softer. And now we just added the minced garlic into this. Oh, there's more people on Instagram.
So we have Ketia, we have
Hey, Ketia.
Carl Alberti.
Oh, that's Carl. Hey, Carl.
How you doing? Oh my God, you guys. That's when you add garlic to anything. I'm telling you, it smells so good. It really does, especially fresh garlic. Garlic, like powdered garlic, gives it like a different taste. So that's why I said this was probably the last episode that we did. Dry ingredients are different than fresh ingredients. Understand that. It gives a different flavor. Right now, the smell that's coming out of this, if you're cooking with us, you know exactly what we're talking about. If you're not, the only thing I can describe it is like sitting in a pizza shop when you smell the fresh garlic being used.
It did say that sometimes they do use whole or dried parsley.
Right.
No, that's for garnish. Sorry. I thought that meant for the actual recipe.
No. Well, no, that is part of the recipe. It's a garnish, so garnish is part of the recipe.
No, but I thought it meant like because of what was it, the green peppers? Oh no, the trash.
So, real quick, guys. Also, Chris doesn't mention this often, but you'll notice that when you're cooking with a lid on top of your pot, you'll notice you'll get the condensation on there. Best way to get rid of that and still be able to cover your pot is to it's called venting it. If you don't have which most pots do, if you notice this pot has like a little, if this pot has a little hole, right? I know what I'm doing. This pot has a little hole right there. That's a venting hole. But sometimes what happens is it depending on what you're cooking, the steam will build up a lot quicker. So if you do, I'll show you real quick. Just like that, it'll cause the venting. See, it's not too much, but it's still covering it, so that moisture won't kick back into your food.
All right, so bring me now that this has been cooking for a while, and as you can see, the color of the onion has turned clear. As you can see from here, actually, with this one, it's all clear now. We're gonna add in our ground turkey. That's what we're using today. So, but you can use ground beef if you have it. You can use chicken, or you can use pork. What's going on there? Oh, I just close this up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's time to get some turkey.
I want to one day, and I used to do this when I was a little girl with my grandmother. God rest her soul, Grandma Mildred, I miss you deeply. My grandmother used to take me to a butcher shop, and she used to get fresh ground beef. And let me tell you, that beef, that meat that you get that's freshly ground in a butcher is completely different.
You can never get that smell out your entire life.
Well, no. I'm talking about the fact of the way it cooks.
No, I know, but I'm
so
talking about the fact that when you first go to a butcher, like an actual live butchery, that...
No. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the one where you get the chickens. That's different. I'm not talking about that.
I had one of those chickens. Bring that over.
We're going to put the ground beef. Now we're adding the ground beef into the pot.
On the ground turkey.
On the ground turkey.
Thank you.
Toss this out. Chop, chop, chop.
And then mix it in with your green bell peppers and your onions. Hold on one second.
Get your little handy dandy tool, by the way. Shout out to Doobie, because I got Doobie one also. Best thing ever when you're chopping up ground meat in general.
First, now
work out your frustrations. Or something else.
Whoa. PG-13.
On that note, I'm just gonna get myself a little bit of orange juice.
Alright, so.
By the way, these vegetables have a lot of vitamin C, vitamin K, which we need right about now to build our immune systems up, ladies and gentlemen, because guess what? This virus is jacking up people whose systems are not well and are well. So just listen, be safe, okay? Do what you're supposed to do, eat right.
So, which, by the way, I want to tell everybody, we want to give a thanks to everyone and those who are out there preventing themselves from getting sick and helping others from getting sick and doing what they need to do staying safe.
Sewing masks.
Definitely. Everybody who's helping out and pitching in, even ourselves, because if you're staying home, you're doing good.
Shout out to those who are looking out for others who can't get out of their house for whatever reason. If you're making deliveries to your next door neighbor that just happens to have a disability, or is just not comfortable coming out from out of fear, shout out to you, because let me tell you, everybody focuses, and don't get me wrong, I love the fact that people focus on the essential workers, which are the first, well, let me take that back. I like the fact that they focus on the first responders, which would be the doctors, the nurses, the technical staff, but there's people behind the scenes that are actually helping out that are doing an amazing job. And I just want to sit here and say thank you to all the food service workers who are delivering food, to those healthcare workers who are doing endless hours of work to protect our streets from people who are sick. What's that?
I was trying to get them to see who you are so you can talk about.
So, yeah, so eating right and eating a well-balanced diet, incorporating all these vegetables and stuff like that will help your immune system a lot better. So, on that note, salud.
And Dre was saying, where's the rice? The rice does not come in as of yet, because we still have to give some flavor to all this dirtiness before it becomes dirty rice with the rice.
Okay.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to start, I'm going to start mixing this a little bit.
I would drain that water out a little bit, but okay, that's just me.
Well, no, actually, it will get drained the moment we put the rice in.
Okay. So, you're cooking with us, you know what the smell's going on right now. And by the way, when you're cooking with turkey meat,
Kinda, you can see it.
when cooking with turkey meat, it is not going to brown.
Do not expect it to get brown.
Do not expect it to turn brown, okay? That is beef or pork, okay? I know someone who was cooking turkey meat and they were like, why is it not browning?
Listen,
it will char.
If you want to brown it, just take soy sauce or Worcestershire.
I
can't say it. Worcestershire sauce.
Right. When you're grilling it, it will get grill marks.
And Dre said, where's the famous plastic microwave bowl? It's the star of the show.
Oh, no, I don't have that one, but I have a different one, so.
Alright, so now that you have whatever meat product in your pot cooking, and everything has fully cooked, as you can see, it's the best time to start adding your dry ingredients, because there's no wet ingredients. Yeah,
well, there were well, no.
No, actually there is no wet ingredients.
Well, wet ingredients would be liquid.
Technically, it would be only if you were cooking the rice along with it.
No. Wet ingredients is anything liquid, so we didn't do anything liquid. So
except for olive oil.
Yeah, sort of. So that is a wet ingredient. You want to add your dry ingredients towards the end, because what's going to happen is it will actually, all the dry ingredients are going to soak up whatever moisture is in there.
Oh, wait, fake brownie.
Alright, so what are we adding first?
Alright, so the first thing we're going to add in some paprika. This is to add in 1 teaspoon. But, we're actually going to measure?
Oh, yes we are.
What? We're going to measure?
1 teaspoon.
What? Do you hear that? I can't see what that says. Hey Anna, what up? Long time no see. What's up?
You said 1 teaspoon?
Yeah, it's 1 teaspoon.
Okay, so 1 teaspoon of paprika.
Paprika. Yes. So, sous chef Big is going to be adding.
Don't worry, Doobie will be back soon. I guarantee you he will.
Oh, I thought it was doing that weirdness again.
Yeah,
so we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of paprika into this. There you go.
That's a lot of sugar. Oh, Lord.
This is Cajun, by the way. Cajun, Louisiana.
Dirty rice?
Yeah, it's a traditional Louisiana Creole dish.
Okay, so what's the next one we're doing besides the...
The next thing, cayenne pepper.
How much cayenne?
Teaspoons of cayenne pepper. Don't tell me.
Oh, Christ.
I'm just going by the
Sounds like
recipe.
a night with Pepto-Bismol.
Like I said,
and Imodium AD.
This is why I say I don't omit stuff from the recipe. I just do the look.
So this is cayenne pepper, so we're doing 2 teaspoons, am I correct?
Yes.
1.
So give me some spicy pepper.
That's a spicy pepper.
Fermented pepper.
Okay, 2.
Alright, so we got that in. Make sure you mix all of this thoroughly.
Oh, Moya maybe is gonna be my best friend today.
See, and the water or the actual juices from the I was gonna say ground beef, the ground turkey is actually helping this mix. And if you see it, look, it's actually giving it that fake browning, James. Look.
Now, guys, if you do not want it as spicy, cut down the cayenne pepper.
You can always do half of all these recipes.
Right, of the ingredients. Dry ingredients. Yeah, if you don't want it too spicy, or you can omit it at all. You can omit it if you don't want
spicy for the pepper.
Too spicy for the pepper.
Oh, you're talking about that bowl. Okay, she says it's the one that makes pasta.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the famous.
The pasta bowl. Yeah.
Famous Lunchbreak.
The next thing is the
half a teaspoon of kosher salt.
Oh, yeah. Salt. Yeah, that's fine.
Half a teaspoon of kosher salt. By the way, I love my little I love my measuring spoons. I love I like stuff that's metal.
It smells so good.
All right, so we're saying half a teaspoon of salt.
Yeah. Half a teaspoon of salt. And do the famous Dewey circle. Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Just like.
Sorry.
The next one is the black pepper.
A tablespoon.
That's 1 tablespoon.
Oh. Oh, it is spicy. You ain't lying about that, buddy.
And this was the easy one.
And you said a tablespoon?
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, careful.
We got a casualty. Woo, woo.
And this was the easy recipe one.
No, it's not that. It's not that it's not easy. It's just.
Well, yeah. And mind you, no, actually not mind you. I wanted to ask a question. If with all these ingredients, does it make it salty, or is it just more for like taste?
No, some of the ingredients can be salty.
That looks pretty.
Tablespoon? Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, 1 tablespoon.
Okay, here we go.
Black pepper. And then, lastly, yeah, there's a lot. Oh, I see why. I smell.
Woo,
I smell the Cajun.
Someone's gonna sneeze soon.
I smell the Cajun.
And
1 tablespoon of dried chives.
1 tablespoon. Which, by the way, I love chives. I put that on everything.
Listen, now I understand why this is called dirty rice. Look how dark this is getting. There's no rice in there yet.
Not yet.
And when you put the rice is going to actually imbue itself with the color of this. That's why it's called dirty rice. I love chives, by the way. Like legit, I love chives.
Any other ingredients?
No, that's it.
Okay, so
yeah, because see, cayenne we did,
salt,
black pepper, chives, paprika. Yeah, and everything else was just the vegetables. Oh my god, look, this looks, forget about fake browning. Look, it already got browning, look. There you go. Now he's gonna mix this all in. How you doing so far, Jonna? Let me know.
Jonna's probably like, yo, you take it too long, bro.
She's probably done already.
Probably.
Because lastly, the last. Oh yeah, go ahead. So the last thing you need to add to this is just the rice. So I'm gonna close this up and let this cook up. Oh man, look, yo, this is.
So you guys are, if you don't, which most people don't, have a stove or a stovetop type of situation in their job, which by the way now things are starting to change at work, especially with this whole pandemic thing going on. You can actually cook.
Oh, Jonna wants us to go over the dry ingredients again.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So wait. Okay. Go ahead.
It's 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, right? Cayenne seasoning.
Cayenne seasoning or cayenne pepper, yeah.
Half a teaspoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of black pepper. 1 tablespoon of dried chives. 1 teaspoon of paprika.
Yes. Those are the dry ingredients. So what I was saying was, if you don't, most people don't have a kitchen or a kitchenette at their job, which by the way now things are starting to change with the whole pandemic thing going on and convening in a kitchenette. Your microwave can actually cook turkey meat. You just have to break it up a little bit, cook it a little bit, kind of chop it up a little bit, cook it a little bit until you get all that stuff and then just drain the water out. It's the same thing.
It's in intervals, either 3 or 5, depending on the microwave power. And you can just accomplish the same thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I've even seen them do, well actually, we've actually done it. I think it was on episode 2 or 3 where we did corn on the cob.
In the microwave?
Yeah. Wrapped up, you know.
In a wet paper towel.
But with the husk though.
You can actually do a baked potato in the microwave as well. which there are certain things that are out there that are being created or have been created, like the potato sack, where it's like a material thing that you put it in the microwave and you cook it. But all you have to do is just poke the oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. You poke the potato or the root vegetable, because you can do juca as well. You can do anything that is a root vegetable. You just poke it all over the place with a fork, and then you wet it in a sink. You actually wet the whole vegetable. Then you take a paper towel and you surround it and you wet it again and you put it in the microwave for like 3 or 4 minutes at a time. Kind of bursts.
If I remember, I think we had the conversation in one of the earlier episodes, and we were talking about how the microwave kind of works, where Super Mario was telling us that the microwave heats up the water molecules
first
in the microwave,
yes,
and that's what gets heated up. So
right,
with the towel around whatever it is you're wrapping,
right,
all that goes into that.
Right. And what you have to do is, to properly do that, is you have to rotate the vegetable.
What? Andrea says she's been doing sweet potatoes microwave, and they are great.
Yes. Now, like,
hey, why haven't you been sending that to us?
All right, so because he probably was talking over me while I was talking. No, you. You have to rotate the vegetable. So when you put the vegetable in like this, you have to take it. You have to rotate it because it cooks only on one side.
Ah, I got you.
You have to be careful with that.
All right, so I'm gonna put down the heat to low. Because as you can see, all of this has been imbued with all our ingredients fully. And as you can see, it has that nice little consistency that I just want to eat it. You know what? This is like the beginning half of a sloppy Joe. All you need is sloppy Joe sauce and boom. I want some bread now. I just want to slather this up. I was gonna say something wrong. I was gonna say slather this on a piece of bread and eat it. Actually, I still said it didn't I, huh? Alright, so the next thing we're gonna add into this is the rice. Imbued. He said imbued. Yes, I did say imbued. I don't know what that's sometimes it says. Oh, and we're using, by the way, jasmine rice, if we didn't mention it.
Airy, very aromatic rice.
I forgot to mention that.
Jasmine rice and basmati rice are so good. Don't get me wrong, I love my canilla rice because I grew up on it. And by the way, if you're Hispanic, you already know about the soda cracker container. You already know.
Why you gotta mention?
You know that every Hispanic home had that cracker container and it never had crackers in it. Because what would happen is you would eat the crackers and what would you put in it?
I know what you're talking about.
Hey, wait, I'm gonna knock it up a notch. I'm gonna knock it up a notch.
Even the butter.
No, wait, because you're taking away from me right now. I'm gonna knock it up a notch. What was inside that container?
The needle stuff?
No. The rice was in it, but there was always what? A cup with a broken handle.
Oh, that is true.
Because you know for a fact Hispanic people don't use measuring cups when it comes to rice. Nah, pongan un ching más. That's it.
What is it? We have one of those cups.
A broken cup, yes we do.
We have one of those
Yes
cups.
we do. Damn right we do. Where is it? It's not broken.
No, I think it's on this side.
It's not broken.
It's on this side.
It's
right there. You see it in the corner?
It's not a broken cup. This is a Hispanic measuring cup that you would use to measure out rice, okay? Y'all already know what it's about. So don't play yourself. If you're Hispanic or Caribbean, you already know. You already know about the metal cup or the broken teacup that you put inside the soda cracker container with rice.
So the last part is just to add...
Wait, I don't even think they sell... Do they sell those anymore? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I haven't seen them in a while.
It's just to add in the rice. And this thing is hot, and I keep forgetting. Bae wants to mash it. The rice! Come on, I'm talking about the rice.
I would actually knock it up a notch with this, and Chris doesn't like it, but I do. I would add black beans.
I don't like black beans.
I do.
But then it's not dirty rice anymore.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is, because you can still make dirty rice with beans in it. I know people who do it. The Creole people do it. Thank you.
Right, so, as you can see, the white rice has disappeared.
There's more chopped meat than rice.
That's because rice is supposed to be. Look at that. The white rice has fully... Oh, I forgot to mix it. Has fully disappeared.
Well, it's absorbed all the extra moisture that's in there.
What was the word I used? Imbued.
He likes to create his own words.
I do. I'm creative. Oh my god, this smells so good.
It smells
You know what I
really
would have wanted to add also into this? Like some broccoli maybe. Some like.
Then it's not dirty rice.
Oh, yeah, that's good. See?
I'm gonna throw it right back to you.
Oh my god, it smells so good and looks so good.
It's actually done.
It is. Because the rice, we didn't have to wait for the rice to be cooked. Because we did the instant rice. And then all we did was. You saw there was a shadow? A shadow went through the screen. No, it that way. All we did was cook up the rice in the microwave and add it to our mixture that's already pre-cooked.
Yep.
Well, not pre-cooked. Is it called pre-cooked? Cooked already?
What? The rice is actually pre-cooked.
Yeah.
It's just
Because
put in a
all you're
container.
really doing is heating it up, basically.
Yeah, it's pre-cooked rice.
Oh, you want me to use this to?
You could, that's fine.
Okay. So now, as you can see, if you're looking at this properly, I'm gonna bring you guys closer a little bit. This should be how your rice, your dirty rice, should look like. Oh well, there you go, guys. So you guys can see right there, dirty rice. And that's basically it. So I'm gonna have the taste tester, my lovely darling wife, who likes adding Tabasco sauce. Listen,
Not Tabasco.
I mean hot sauce. But wait, this thing is already spicy. You're gonna add more spiciness?
Damn right.
Hey, it's just a big. Oh wait, what did John say? I don't have instant rice, so I poured some chicken stock
Ooh.
in it. And yes, that is
That sounds
the
really
other.
good.
That is the other method for this recipe that calls for chicken broth and rice. If you're doing it from scratch,
That sounds really good.
Yes. So there you go.
That
Yes.
sounds really good.
Jonna has
Okay.
brownie points.
So, you're talking about how I'm adding extra spiciness to it. That spiciness is spicy. This is tangy spicy, so it has like a little bit of vinegar in it, okay? We're gonna mess with the hot sauce today. We're not gonna do the finke that we do from Puerto Rico, okay?
Well, no, what's the, oh no, Bruno hates Tabasco sauce.
Well, there's a difference between Tabasco and hot sauce.
And before I pour this, because I didn't want to forget, we want to wish together our
Sister and brother-in-law. Look, my sister,
her sister,
his sister-in-law,
my sister-in-law,
and
my
our
brother-in-law.
brother-in-law, a very happy wedding anniversary.
Today.
10 years, no, 11
11
years married and 13 years together.
We still haven't had one yet. We've only had like a few
Keep
months.
talking the way you're talking, you're not gonna make it to one.
But tomorrow is actually
Our engagement anniversary.
which is wow. I lost count already. Anyway, let's pour this thing before I end up
3
dead.
years.
I know it was 3. I just wanted to say 5.
3 years ago tomorrow, Chris and I got
And
engaged.
normally, you guys would be seeing an episode on the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, really quick, very, very, very quickly before we serve this up.
I'm just
Every
listening, so
year,
I'm worried about-
Chris and I and my daughter would take a trip to our favorite place, which is, can I mention it?
Yeah, you can mention places.
Our favorite place, which Chris found over 4 years ago, which was, to me, like right up my alley. An area in Pennsylvania called Clarion, which is not too far from the Amish country, which I absolutely love. Amish
And-
food, I love it.
And Melissa was proposed at Tio Nesta Dam.
The Tianesta Dam, yeah. Which, if you ever get a chance to go to Clarion, Pennsylvania, go to the Quality Inn.
Yeah.
In,
Oh. Go to a hotel.
in Clarion and speak to a young lady named Karen. The best set of people we've ever
that's
met.
what you should say that.
Like I said, tomorrow would be 3 years that will mark the day that Chris and I got engaged. Now look at us. We're an old married couple.
Andrea says she likes that Jonna is cooking along with us.
Yes.
We love
All
that.
right,
All right,
here we
so
go.
let me pour in some food for her. That's it.
You love
She's
to
like,
make fun of
well, I'm
me.
not being stingy. Listen.
Well, no, I'm just tasting
listen,
it,
I'll
so.
dish out the fact of how, what was it, in Zootopia, when they had a little, tiny little cake? That's Melissa's portion. I can see that.
That's it, not too much.
She won't get to kill me.
Alright, good. So,
There you go. So now she's gonna have the dirty rice that we've imbued or put in onion, garlic, minced garlic, green bell peppers, and a whole bunch of other dried ingredients. Oh, see? What just happened? I'm sorry.
no, because that's a different.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Are you crying for the spice or are you crying for the reasons? They don't call it Louisiana Creole dish for nothing.
You know what? Because it's a different type of taste to it. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm just gonna do a little bit because it's the vinegar taste that I'm needing. All right, so.
Listen, they have the animation where you can see the person's ears go with the steam. If you saw how she ate that, she would eat that with her teeth. That's how you know how. Woo! See? Woo! That's a spicy meatball.
Oh man. Woo! John is probably laughing at me right now, so is James.
Why am I salary? How do you eat it in a day?
I do that through every episode, and I want you to play it back, and you do it all. Do it all the time.
Because I'm hungry.
No,
I want to eat some.
Okay.
Much better?
First bite got me. Second bite, however,
it went pow.
Not as bad.
Too much. Oh, I guess your clothes wants some too. So what? Alright, so what flavors did you get first when you first bit into it? Was it the ground turkey? I was gonna say ground beef again. The green peppers, the onions, the dry ingredients. The dry ingredients?
Oh yeah. Hands down, without a doubt.
Now mind you, look at the coloration of the bowl now. See how it got?
That cayenne pepper.
And listen, I'm going by
the combination of the cayenne pepper and the paprika.
See, this time around, she got to see a printed version of the recipe. Because normally, I'll repeat it in my head so many times for me to remember it. But she got to see the actual recipe printed of how it goes. I don't tweak anything unless it's something I don't like.
Well,
you know, and she got to see the fact that it says omit.
Alright, so the paprika and the cayenne pepper really superly jump out at you. So if you are not a spice person,
hey, Nancy's on. Hey, Titi.
Sontea.
We're making dirty rice, by the way.
So the paprika and the cayenne pepper definitely jump out at you. If you're not a spicy person, I would tell you, don't do the 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. I would do the 1 teaspoon, and I would do a half a teaspoon of paprika, only because it genuinely does jump out at you. I mean, you do taste the onions, you don't taste the green pepper as much, but you do taste.
It was a whole.
Yeah, it was, but you do taste. You taste the consistency of the turkey ground meat. But that spice.
But here's what's crazy.
Jumps out at you.
Now, mind you, we did all this, right? I don't see the onion at all.
Well, no, they're in there. It's just they're transparent.
Like legit, like I can see
Which
this.
is what certain people need to be.
Oh my god. Hey, Ramon, what up, brother, man?
Congratulations on your engagement, by the way, Ramon.
See, man, you should give me some hint. We could have done that together.
So,
congratulations, by the way. We're gonna pop that right here on the screen.
So yes, I will definitely say this is a great, quick dish. It will feed a lot of people.
Oh, it's gonna feed me only.
But yeah, that spice really, really does jump out at you. It does.
Oh, damn! Look, yo, the sous chef is prepped already. Look, she already had. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? The garnish.
No.
No,
I'm good. I'm good. No, honest to God, guys, really.
Give me the other bowl of this.
Use this.
No, I want to use the other bowl of this.
Oh my God, you're so picky.
Yes, I am. I want to do the presentation properly. Pepper burns my entire digestive tract. Holy crap.
If you have Crohn's or if you have ulcerative colitis, you don't have ulcerative colitis, so stop. Either one of those situations, or if you have a GI issue, hold on, wait. If you have either one of those issues, spiciness should be omitted completely.
Even her, she couldn't do spiciness in the beginning.
Well, no, I'm not not in the beginning. I mean, I've kind of tolerated it, but it does irritate my stomach. I'm not gonna lie. Just be careful with the paprika and the cayenne pepper, because those two together, when you're making Louisiana seasonings, it will catch you if you're not careful, and it could even make you sick. Like it can make you visibly
Listen, that's the same thing almost with what is the jalapeno pepper, ghost pepper?
Well, each pepper has their own spice to it, their own hotness, and I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying
I didn't say that either.
It catches you. It definitely does.
Bam, done.
by the way, shout out to a group member that I'm part of, a group that made these bowls. I'm looking to get more of these made. If you're okay.
Ooh. Okay, so Andrea suggested put it in a wrap.
Yes.
And then you can call it
Dirty Rice Burrito.
Alright, right.
Oh, guess what?
Everybody wants to see this?
Andrea.
She has wraps. Bam! Look at that. Oh, look at it. Look at
Yes.
that.
Because we're about that life. Which, by the way, guys, low carb can be bought in tacos. It can be bought in burritos. It can be bought in quesadillas also. So I'm not going to show you the name of it here, but these are low carb. These are actually, these are multi-grain, but we got the pico de gallo ones too, which will go great with that.
Alright, so I'm going to put in the garnish.
By the way,
The parsley.
bam! Pico de gallo. In it like twin. Which I think that's what we're doing the next time.
The next one?
I think how I'm going to eat it, yeah. Only because,
See, now, I wish I would have had the full parsley, so I could just put it right on top.
I mean, it's called a sprig. Sprig of parsley.
So there you guys go. There's a presentation bowl. You guys can see it.
There you go.
You guys can see it right there.
So,
That's a little earthquake in the middle.
to sum up my whole thing about this,
I bring you guys up home. So
okay.
I want to bring you up and closer first. You guys can see it right there.
So to sum up my taste of this,
Mm-hmm.
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good day. Listen, I'll take that.
Only because the flavors are amazing. And I will say it was Lunchbreak
It looks
delicious.
delicious.
Yes, it was.
We haven't even said that in a while.
Yeah, I haven't. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
actually gonna add that into a burrito or a wrap, and that's how I'm
Listen,
gonna eat my dinner.
and by the way,
with a little bit of
if you
with a little
guys-
bit of sour cream. 'Cause
I gotta make this come to my face. Pause. I just realized what I just said. If you guys want to know a great, amazing, phenomenal, enticing, everything, Greek sauce, DM this woman over here, and she will tell you how to make the freaking. I'm
it's a
lost
low
for
carb
words.
tzatziki sauce.
It was so freaking delicious.
He ate the whole container.
I gotta say pause. And it was a big container. Pause. I put that on everything.
He liked the white sauce.
Why you had to say it like that? Like really?
My white sauce is the bomb.
Oh my god. Wait, what happened? Congratulations on the smooth stream. Yes, thank you, James. And I'm gonna show you what I did, sir. I'm gonna show you what I did.
What?
Because we haven't been disconnected.
Oh yeah, yes,
I'm gonna show you
yes.
James, what I came up with to make it
And
stay.
he might even tell you where he got the supplies from. Which we have to get them on board with giving us some endorsements. I'm just saying.
Your contraption work, yes. Should we send a commemorative gift? The stream didn't break.
Who said that?
Andrea. Wooden spoons embossed.
Word, that'd be cool. Which, by the
Salt
way,
and pepper
we're gonna be
shakers.
sending
Listen, I
out.
have salt and pepper shakers.
We're
They're
gonna be
just the generic kind.
We're gonna be sending out the aprons of those
Yes.
winners. So please, if you're on this live, direct message myself or Chris. Your you know who you are. Your address so we can send them to you. I know it was Jackie, Maritza,
Yeah.
and it was somebody else, right? Not yet. We haven't done a third one yet.
you were figuring out what the contest you were gonna do for it,
Well, no, then technically, no. Jackie got it for the first season,
and then Marta got the
she got
first
it-
one exclusive.
right? So Jackie got it for being an exclusive fan,
Yeah,
and then Maritza got it for some. I can't remember. Anyway, the
You have
third
Maritza.
one we're gonna be doing will be very soon. So keep an eye out. We're gonna be doing the lunch break apron giveaways, and yeah. So there you go. There you have it.
So everybody, thank you for coming on the live today and watching Lunch Break with us, with my darling wife, Melissa, I can't mention the last name, and Christian name as the host. The sous chef, host, balls,
I am not
everything.
trying to take Doobie's place. I'm just temporarily filling in.
You guys got to watch us make dirty rice right there, which I'm going to enjoy. And hopefully it doesn't end up where I'm knocked out from the spice, because I can't tolerate spiciness to a certain degree anymore. But definitely do not forget to hit up IMDb and look up the title Lunch Break. One word. Give us a rating from 1 to 10. listen, I don't care. I take no criticism. Like, comment, and share. And of course, you know, you guys are gonna see this voice saying that all the time. All our social medias, join them. Send this video to everybody. Watch us on the live. Rewatch old episodes and new episodes because I've been putting them on YouTube. If you can't wait for the next one coming out on TV, you can go to YouTube all the time and watch the next episode season listed, and follow us on TV database as well because we have a listing there. The Roku channel is still bugged out, but we will get that fixed at one point. Trust me, we will get there. Andrea said lunch break, salt could say delicious. Pepper shaker can say oh, I see, the salt can say lunch break and the pepper can say delicious. But you know, the shakers. Oh, I like that idea. I like that idea, Andrea. John said, actually, I'll post it here. Woo!
That's awesome.
Yes, I want to see your creations, everybody. If you're cooking with us, if you're doing recipes, if you have ideas, please post them because I want to put them on the episode specifically and show it. Okay? So thank you everybody once again for joining us. Why are you stepping on my foot? We greatly appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and everybody stay safe and everything. And as we say here on Lunch Break, don't settle for less.
Don't make it your last.
You don't say that when I say like,
With Feta.
oh my God, don't say that. Thank you everybody guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.